Today is going to be all about Singe Beauty's new Agate Temptation palette. Is it agate? Hold on.
Agate.
Chalcedony.
I was about to say chalcedony.
Chalcedony.
Agate. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I hope you are doing well. Today's video is going to be all about the Agate Temptation palette by Singe Beauty, and I'm excited to share 3 looks with you. So if that sounds good, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and consider joining this community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm doing great on this dreary morning. August is getting ready for school. He's gonna go wash his face, brush his teeth, and his hair.
Before I do, I wanna see if you can do these 2 finger tricks. So first is this, so you do this, and then you do that. Yeah, boom, boom.
Okay, what's the second one? We're running out of time here.
The second one is, can you do this?
I was never able to do it. You can't really do it either, truth be told, and it's okay. If you're new here, my name is Kara, and I hope you will stick around because we talk about beauty and everything else in between. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about Agate Temptation. Please let me know how you're doing in the comment section or the chat, whichever you prefer. Let's get this show on the road because I'm going to work. I'm on my way to work.
Yay!
Call me when you get home.
Heck no.
Hey. Okay, name that movie. I was honored to receive this palette as a gift when I went to Creator and Friends in Destin, Florida, and Singe Beauty, owned by Angelica Nyquist, hosted a dinner there, which was fantastic. I got these shrimp and grits and they were so good. Like, they might have been the second best shrimp and grits I've ever had in my life. I'm always down for a good shrimp and grit, you know? Oh, it's shrimp and grits is like, it's like, I can't explain it. I just have to show you. She wasn't sure if she was going to be able to keep the price point the same, but she was. So let's just go ahead and get into all the details of this palette. And I did have to do some pronunciation because I wanted to say agate, and every time I get ready to say it, I get ready to say agate, but that's not it, it's agate. So I'm sure nobody was saying agate, but I was kind of in my head. Agate is a fine grain chalcedony having its colors arranged in stripes, blended in clouds, or showing moss-like forms. It is so beautiful, which really is interpreted here on the outer packaging. Chalcedony is a translucent variety of quartz of various colors and waxy luster. So you can see how beautiful agate is. There are also several different types. When I start to look up vocabulary, you really get to see the inner workings of the creator and how much actually goes into coming up with a theme, shade names, packaging, color story. There's so much that goes into it. And so congratulations to Angelica and Singe Beauty on another beautiful launch. They do have one other palette and I do not own it. I think it's called the Galactic Visitor, but let me be accurate. Yes, Galactic Visitor. And Galactic Visitor was also a 16-pan palette. It is $45. And Singe Beauty is cruelty-free and vegan. And this palette has a shelf life of 12 months. And when you look at this color story, I just think there's so much that you can do with it. I was automatically drawn to those top grungy shades on the upper right, those mattes, and the shimmers look great. This will be my first time trying Singe Beauty. I really love the earthiness of this color story, and I again think that there is something for everyone here, especially me who has been on a neutral craze lately. I was able to make 3 looks even using color that I just thought were still like with my new aesthetic. So I'm really happy to have this palette and was happy to be gifted the palette. Now this palette is going to launch on May 16th at 12 noon CT. $45. I'm not affiliated with the brand in any way, but if I am able to find a code, I will put all of that in the description box. So let me know your thoughts on the color story of the palette, your initial thoughts, and we'll have some final thoughts at the end. I just want to say that I really had the pleasure of spending some time with Angelica during the Creator and Friends event. And this was my second time meeting her. The first time I met her was in 2023, and that is when Singe Beauty launched. And I didn't really get to spend time with her. This time I did. And she was actually my secret sister we had a gift exchange. She is an avid reader, and I don't know, I just watched her vlog. Like, I felt like she read like 3 books, like in the course of a week or so. And I'm really trying to get to that point. But she gave me some gifts to go with my A Quarter of Thorn and Roses reading experience, which I am about to get back into. But she is very down to earth, very sassy, very funny. And I just really had a good time with the event in general. But I really enjoyed spending some time with Angelica and hearing all that goes into a brand. There is just so much. So I am definitely having a different appreciation, especially for the smaller indie brands. All right, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get into the 3 looks, and then I will be back at the end to share my final thoughts on Agate Temptation. All right, friends, for this first look, we are going into Agate's. And I'm taking a fluffy brush and putting that all over both lids. Next, I'm going into the shade Crystallize, and that's going to be my main shimmer. I'm going to go ahead and tap that all over the lid as well, really focusing on the center of the lid. Next, I'm going into the shade Volcanic, and I'm going to take my fluffy brush and really concentrate that on the outer corner and the outer crease. I'm going to take a clean brush and continue blending that Volcanic shade into the crease and outer corner. Next, I'm taking the shade Dendritic, and I am just going to go ahead and tap that into the outer corner. Now I'm going to take my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Trio, and I'm going to use that to soften up the Volcanic shade. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade Metamorphic, and I'm just going to sweep it underneath the lower lashes. For the inner corner highlight, I'm taking the shade Chalcedony, and I'm just going to tap that lightly into the inner corners. I'm going to finish off the look using a brown eyeliner as well as mascara. And here is the finished first look with the palette. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and we are going to get into 2 more. Hey y'all. Okay, I'm just going to talk through this one real quick. It is Mother's Day, so whenever you're watching this, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out here doing the damn thing, y'all, because it is not easy. I was not in a great mood yesterday when I did the first look for a couple of reasons. And I have on one of my favorite shirts. It's a Smokey the Bear t-shirt. It's totally faded, but it's one of my favorite shirts. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. And some camo pants. That's where I'm at. That's how I'm feeling today for this Mother's Day look. I had a little bit of panic yesterday driving, and it made me so mad. For those who don't know, I do have driving anxiety. Not all the time, but sometimes. And especially beltway driving. Let's do this. And I wasn't even on a beltway, but it was almost like a parkway that was like a beltway. And yeah, I had to pull over. The boys were with me, and we got through it though. That's all that matters. We got through it. But I was mad about that. And then I was mad about having to go somewhere today. I was just mad. I can be a Scrooge when it comes to having to go anywhere on holidays, which is why I didn't do it last year. But the 2 years before that, for Thanksgiving, I took the boys away to Puerto Rico, and it was fantastic. And one Christmas, I have a video on it, I got COVID, and I was so happy. I didn't have to go anywhere. It's terrible. It's a wake-up call about me not having a balance of, I guess, time, or not even free time, alone time maybe. I don't know. But not going to be a Debbie Downer. I am also at the same time very grateful to have a lot of family. Like, I'm so thankful for my family. I could do nothing without them, especially like, well, all my family, but then my in-laws as well, because I would not be able to do anything without them. So I'm not ungrateful. I think my issue is like everything being packed into one day. That's what really drives me nuts. So I'm going to church, I'm going to my in-laws, I'm going to my mom's, and I got to come back and get ready. And that's not like my ideal situation. You know what I mean? Even though I love having all of these people in my life to visit, I just wish that like we could space things out, because I'm not a person that's like, oh, it has to be done on this day. Like for Christmas, I'd rather stay home all day, and like we do other things to celebrate Christmas. Like we have the whole break, you know what I mean? So I don't know how to get people on that bandwagon, and maybe they won't get on it, and that's okay as well. I'm trying to think, do I want to go green or brown? And I'm feeling like I should go green. Maybe my next look will be brown. The first shade was moss. I don't think I mentioned that. And then we're going to go into plume. I loved yesterday's look, and I think the great thing was adding that hourglass powder over top just to kind of smooth it out. And I might do that today. We'll see. It just depends. But I'm just want to try to concentrate this in the outer corner. But let me know how y'all feel, because some people live for, I don't like this brush right now. Some people live for like the holiday hustle and bustle and love that, like the ripping and running. I don't think I enjoy ripping and running. And maybe at one point I did, but when I was a child, not as an adult. As an adult, I have never enjoyed it. I don't know if that came with having children. I'm really not sure. Part of it is when I have to go multiple places, I'm always thinking about the drive I have to take to that place. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to drive across town, or which way am I going to take, and all that. And then I think that stops me from just enjoying time with family. I don't feel like I can be super present. And I'm trying to work on that. But I think that's the biggest thing. All right, so that's what we're working with. And I'm going to do quartz, which is this green. Ooh, wow. Okay, wow, okay. So that's just with dipping into it. I have enough for both eyes, and that's with no setting spray or anything. And I'm just gonna pat it out a little bit. Wow, that is really pretty. I wanna take another shimmer. It's this one here, which is called Silica.
I wanna look.
Okay, I didn't say anything. So just gonna put it on top like that. Now I'm gonna find my hourglass powder. I have another one in here, I think. I'm gonna take this one here. Now this is the Mood Light, which I really like. It's kind of cool tone. I think it's supposed to mimic candlelight, even though I feel like candlelight is warm, but whatever. Mine. So you see it right there. I mean, the goal is just to soften it a little bit. So basically I'm just blending it out. You're not gonna see it. And now I'm going to go into the under eye. I want to go to Moss again. I really like that shade. Do you have a hoodie?
Yeah. It's over on the table.
All right, and lastly, I'm going to take this pencil brush, and we're going to go into Banded. All right, lastly, we're going to get our mascara on, and that's it.
Is that what you're wearing today?
That is what I'm wearing today. Yeah, we're ready to leave. What time is it?
It's
10:04.
10 o'clock.
6 minutes. We're out of here.
Cause I want to get to church early. Guys, in the comments, can you yell Happy Mother's Day and Jesus, all caps,
Okay.
with exclamation marks.
Mother's Day is going to be passed when we watch this, but they can still do it because it's always, you know, Mother's Day. Actually, it's not. It's always Kids Day.
I think this is how heavy Simba would be if I held him.
Okay, that is a lot.
I thought it was awesome.
I don't know what it is, August. I was just joining into your dream.
Wait, this is just a random topic.
That's the look, y'all.
Yeah, like that's fresh cut.
Let me know. I think, oh my gosh. Really, really, woo. Really pretty.
Do I look drippy?
Do I look drippy, y'all?
Like drip, like
That's, see, yes. Yes, this is where I'm at for color these days. So, yes, y'all. All right, I'm on my way to change. And we're gonna do one more. Let's get to it now. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. All right, we're gonna do one more look with the palette. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna take a blending brush and we're gonna go into Metamorphic. Next, I want to take the shade Gilded. I'm just going to tap this here. This is actually the very first look I did with the palette. I was just playing around with it. I didn't film it, but I really liked how it came out. So I'm going to try to replicate it. Now let's go into Dendritic. I'm really just stamping this in and then swiping it in the crease. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade Slice. And for the inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Translucent. I hope that's not the one I did before, but it might be. I can't remember. This shade is very, very potent. It's just the way I'm applying it. I'm not making it really, really pop, because that's not what I'm going for. But this is a beautiful, beautiful wet looking shade. I already have mascara on from earlier, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see a difference with this. All right, friends, here is the finished final look. Okay, friends, I do hope that you enjoyed all 3 looks. If I had to pick a favorite, I really liked that first look with the orange. And I thought, like, because I had a black shirt on with that looked really, really good. But I liked all 3 looks. I think they were excellent. And again, this color story is something that speaks to me. I really love earthy color stories. I love grungy, murky shades. I just thought it was a great palette. As far as the performance, the mattes were matting and the shimmers were shimming. I had no issues with the quality. The mattes blended out very easily. There wasn't a lot of kick up. If that's something that bothers you, you were able to build them up. I was able to tone them down, as you can see, by using my Hourglass palette if I thought something was too bold. And you can just do a nice variety of looks. There's some bright shades here. There's some deep shades here. Just something for everyone. I think this palette was very, very well done. I have been going for smaller palettes. So 16, you know, 16 is getting up there for me. But when I look at this palette, I do not feel overwhelmed, like that I don't know what to do. I think there's enough shades to make more monotone looks, as well as enough to give a variety. But it's not like a random pop of blue or something that just doesn't go with the palette that's gonna like throw you off. There's nothing that I would change about this palette whatsoever. And again, very well done. Congratulations to Singe Beauty. And I'm really, okay, get them on. I'm very honored to be able to showcase the palette. So that was not required. Just want to put that out there. She definitely said that So this is just something that I'm doing on my own because I wanted to share it and I thought it was really nice. So again, let me know your thoughts about Agate Temptation. And I guess I'm gonna skedaddle on out of here to work. I hope you are having a fantastic day or evening whenever you're watching this. And if you're not, just know every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around. Something like that. It's from Vanilla Sky, one of my favorite quotes. I need to get it right. Every passing second is a chance to turn it all around. Something like that. So that's it. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and you know I'll see y'all soon. Bye.